Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth. As editor-in-chief, he has reached out to more than 4,000 expert reviewers from over 90 countries. Dr. Amitabh strives toward encouraging young researchers to showcase their academic work for a global audience, which is the mission of the Journal Towards Excellence. Over to you, Abhishek.
So my question was to Dr. Meena. Is it possible, if it is in a public domain, if it is comfort to you, that do we have any idea what kind of funds the government of India is allocating to combat COVID-19? Dr. Meena, your mic is on mute, so you need to unmute that here.
Dr. Meena, you have to unmute, sir.
You have to unmute your mic, yeah.
It's still on mute.
So I can by the time, like, can I raise under the paucity of the time the questions to Dr. Amitabh Banerjee and then Dr. Panda, because they are community disease experts and they have the humongous experience and they are the veteran in this field. Say any public health issue and which is like unprecedented, like COVID-19. I think there have been a kind of like big debate. We know, like, until we have the access to, there would be some amount of natural herd immunity will be developed by some population, but the large population is still does not have the immunity, and the virus will continue to proliferate or circulate in the society, and we will continue to have the problem related to COVID-19. Vaccination is a promising step. And I was going, like, I'm not quoting that what will be the percentage by natural herd immunity, what will be the immunization or immunity we will develop by using the vaccines. But both of them put together, we should have 80% of the population should have natural or acquired immunity. So, and I was quoting those numbers and the challenges that say 1 billion people need to develop either a natural herd immunity or acquired immunity through vaccination program. So do we have like kind of like the government program where there is a partnerships are already explained, the protocols are in place, policy documents are in place, the alliances with the global local NGOs and global fundings are in place in terms of procurement, distribution, and vaccination of at least like the high-risk people. So the first I would request Dr. Amitabh Banerjee and then followed by Dr. Panda. Please.
Thank you, Atul. Actually, what I feel is we are going for the end game at the beginning of the game. Actually, this 80% herd immunity or vaccination is for eradication of a disease. Initially, when we are confronted with a disease, we try to control it and we try to prevent the mortality. First, we should be happy with bringing down the death rate. Fortunately, our death rate is very low. And since if we have a limited resources, we should prioritize on the high risk group that above 65 years with comorbidities, and we bring down the death rate. And in the meanwhile, the young people will be, they are not susceptible. It is very low. Mortality is very low in young people. And eradication is at the end game, and it is not possible. I don't think any country will be able to eradicate COVID within 2 years, 3 years. It took smallpox 200 years after vaccine. It took 15 years for polio. So it is a very, very unrealistic. If you try to go and try to make the king in the beginning, you will lose the whole game, and it will be chaos. And as for the cost factor, this other Poonawalla recently tweeted that to vaccinate the whole population, we will require rupees 80,000 crores of rupees will be required to vaccinate the whole population. And our health budget is 69,000 crores. So what about the other diseases? What about the other vaccines which are already available? We are losing 2,000 children every day, under 5 children. So aren't we having greater health problems? And if we're going for a COVID where our death rate is comparatively low because of a low, so we should prioritize on the elderly, above 65 with comorbidities, health workers, and other essential workers. So we should be reasonably, and by that time we will know the safety of the vaccine also. It won't be very, very pragmatic to immediately vaccinate children. Also, we don't know the safety in children. The trials are being done in adults. So if there are any side effects, the risk to children, we have to see the risk-harm ratio. The risk to children is very low from the normal COVID. And risk of vaccination, we do not know. So let the vaccine be given to a select group of people. Once we know how it unfolds, then only we should go for eradication. We have got a vaccine against H1N1. We have not eradicated it. Still, we do not have 80% coverage of H1N1 vaccine. So why we are in a so hurry to go for COVID eradication?
Thank you.
And Dr. Jadhav, if you can do a sum up with all of them. Pawan, yeah, please.
Great session. I mean, I've been listening to all the experts and just had an amazing input in terms of all forms of right from accessibility to where we stand in terms of the vaccine. I just thought I'll put in one word, very interesting, before I ask the question. I think the fair access to the, ensuring fair access to the vaccine is not a matter of equity. It's the fastest way to end the pandemic. So I think vaccine is the most important thing. And herd immunity, as someone who's talking about, is never a strategy. It's an outcome. It's like, if you want to put out the forest fire, if I just let 70% of the forest fire burn to ensure the blaze dies out, is what is the strategy we're looking at right now. I think to get herd immunity, we need to have the vaccine out and quickly. So coming back to the question, one is obviously the most important aspect of what we're talking right now is the financial and the accessibility, the conundrum as far as COVID is concerned. I would like Dr. Banerjee to basically come in with a little bit about what percentage of population, will have access to this vaccine once it's out. One is right now when we're talking about it's coming in, and what will happen when it comes out. So I just thought I'll put in that word. What percentage of the population will generally have access to vaccine in India? Professor Banerjee, sir.
As per this international agreement with WHO, Gavi, Bill and Melinda Gates, COVAX as Act, actually they want to ensure, first of all, we do not have a vaccine at present. Once it is scaled up, first it has to pass. We are talking hypothetical as on today. Once it scales up and the vaccine is available, they have made a sort of a consensus that all countries should receive at least 20% of its population. So, if all the countries of the world receive 20%, then only other countries will have excess vaccine. So if we take 20% of our population, we will have about 30 crore people we will have access. Of 30 crore people will have access to vaccine. With this 30 crore, we have to prioritize. And by default, whether we like it or not, we will have to prioritize which are the likely to die from the COVID. That would be the high risk group, above 65, healthcare workers, with people with comorbidities. So whether we like it or not, recently I heard a lot of criticism of you must have heard of the Great Barrington Declaration. Actually, whether you like it or not, this vaccine strategy and the Great Barrington Declaration are going in the same direction. How? Like Great Barrington Declaration says, you protect the elderly. At present, they don't have the vaccine, so you protect the elderly, isolate the elderly, and let the young people go and carry on with the normal duties, schooling and other job. So same thing when we have the vaccine also, 30 crores in India will have the vaccine. We have to prioritize. We will give it to the elderly. We will protect the elderly and the vulnerable, and other people we will let them carry on because we won't have that much of vaccine to cover them. And it will work. Whether it is the Great Barrington Declaration or whether it's a vaccine, we are going in the same direction. Because of there is no way. Even if you have the money, there is no way to manufacture and distribute so many vaccines. We have 60-70% of the normal vaccines. So since ages we are doing with all cold chain and other things. So it is just not feasible. We will just mess it up.
So,